Hi there, it's Lori Christos with Madonna and Child Jewelry. I wanted to pop on because, again, I'm getting ready for my shows. They're a couple weeks away, and organizing, categorizing, and there's some cute things in here. I'll still end up putting up on shorts, a few on YouTube. But for the most part, I'm just going to be coming on doing less shorts and just some videos of newly made things. I guess it's a menagerie of just a bomb went off on my desk. But there's so many little treasures sitting here that I wanted you to see them in case you're not seeing them on a short. I am making these, aren't even in a short. These are all in a video when I scan my room. I'm doing all of my pendants. These are all sterling. These are all going to be for sale at my show. Some have enamel. They're all on chains, and if you can squeeze out anything in here that you see, you can always let me know by texting me. But these are going to be all on display at my show. These are all great gifts. They're all vintage, more like antiques. Same with this one. All gold filled, beautiful pieces, charm necklaces, portrait Madonnas. So I'm keeping them as is like this and transporting them to my show, so that I have like the finer things already kind of separated by gold filled and sterling. And then we get into like some Madonna and Child pieces that are gold tone or maybe a little bit of gold filled here and there. Still finding treasures kind of along the way. I was on a little mini vacation again last weekend, and we always come up with beauties. This is one of the beauties from my mini vacay. Definitely an old buckle bracelet, etched silver, stunning. It's got one closure. It buckles through. It's more like a bangle, but it's not a roomy bangle, so this is going to go up and down your arm. Oh, I also forgot. I found a gold-filled, stunning Victorian buckle bracelet. Kind of teeny for me, but I'm actually just keeping that to stack. I need to add another little hole there so that I can wear them together so it has a little more room. This is teeny weeny. But of course, we all love buckle bracelets. This has a Victorian vibe, but it's etched silver, stunning. It's got a patent number stamped inside, and it's an older piece. That's about all I can find. And size-wise, I see buckle bracelets, but when I see something that I haven't had, I get excited. This is like a 6.5. This fits me perfectly. I'm a true 6.5. Does this help us out at all? To see the detail. There we go. Stunning. And it's thick. This is like almost an inch wide. And it does have somebody etched their initials inside right there back in the day. So it's just a really, really classic sweetie. And I'm putting a price on this one at $95. I bought one all the way up to like almost $200 before, but this is a little more simple and easy to just stack. So if you like this one here, $95. Oof, I would hate to part. I'm going to talk real quick before I get into my stuff, which it's all over the place again. The other morning, where did I put it already? Oh, did I already take it down? Okay. The other morning, it's a fluke. It's a fluke, but it made my year. I was in here. I was sleeping in this other room. I was having aches and pains and I couldn't sleep well. So I come into this room sometimes, and John woke up and he saw something in the room that really surprised him and thought it was really amazing. And so he photographed it for me. But when I'm going to tell you about the night before, I was on Twitter and watching like videos on YouTube, and they were doing a procession of the apparition of the Virgin Mary of Fatima in Portugal. So she appeared And there's a great movie you can watch on it, a beautiful, heart-rendering movie about it. But she appeared to 3 little Portuguese children, one that became a Saint Bernadette, and the other 2 children had died young. And she gave them some messages, and the whole town and all the, I don't know if you'd call them peasants, but the townspeople all heard about it, and that she could possibly be able to perform any kind of miracles. And they're talking about the young children and following the young children to the next supposed apparition that was going to appear. I know I go on, but I don't know the story like 100%, but it was 107th year anniversary of the apparition of the Virgin Mary, where she didn't show herself, but she did a sign in the sky. She appeared to the children, but the people couldn't see her. And it was pouring rain, and everybody was soaking and in mud up to their ankles and knees, and, you know, no umbrellas, just hoods. This was in, it's 107 years ago, so 1902. And what happened was they started complaining, oh my God, where is she? You know, it's a scam, like a lot of people like to yell out when they don't have faith. And what happened was the thunder and the lightning and the wind and the barrage of rain, and they were soaking, just cleared the skies. And the sign from the Virgin Mary that she promised for the people was the sun coming out of nowhere. And as the sun appears, it's kind of dancing like this way and this way. So anyways, I'm so into that. And I was rewatching the story about it the night before. And then I looked over to my right, and I have this beautiful statue. And I don't know all of the statues' names of the, you know, don't put it all together sometimes, which is which. I know a lot of the Renaissance portraits and the old masters. But I know about the apparitions, but I didn't realize that one of my favorite statues that I would never sell is over in our bedroom on the side of our bed. My point is, I wake up, I look on my phone, and there's these photographs of my statue. Now, John isn't home, so I don't know what he did, but photographs of my statue, and in all of the photographs, and I can't show them because they're on my phone, the Mary part is just lit up by the sun, and it's not anywhere else in the room. Like, you know, when you get a stream of sun coming from your curtains, it's going to be up high, up low, and in the middle, it's going to be a line all the way down, right? So I'm looking at these pictures like, what are these? First of all, I don't know who took them, so I just almost had a heart attack. And then second of all, this is insane. And I did a close-up of it because I'm putting it in a frame, but what it was 5 photos I think John took, and this is a zoomed in one. And I just think the timing, because it was literally right at that moment of the 107th year celebration of her sign to the people of Portugal, that this appeared. And, you know, I don't think it was meant for Lori or whatever. It was just maybe a fluke that somebody said, hey, John, wake up and take a picture of this for Lori. Because he's like, Lori, when I woke up and looked there, I kind of freaked because it was just on it. And it was dark in the room. So I snapped some pics. So later he told me he took these. And I'm like, oh, my God, thank you. I would have missed it, right? Because it just is a fluke. So this is a picture of it. It's on the statue. I have other pictures where, you know, he's further back in the room. And it's just a beam of light. And what I loved about it is her sign was sunshine, sunlight. And my picture is, to me, my sign or of my faith or of my love in her, of sunlight right on her. So I love it. I thought it was amazing. So it's a great story. I know I babbled on, and, you know, it's woo-woo and all that, but it could just be an absolute and most likely coincidence that John just snapped it. But the fact that he even knew that I would love it and take it for me made my day, because it's stunningly beautiful, and I'll cherish it. Okay, so going back about Madonnas, I found this print. She's the most gorgeous Madonna I've ever seen to die, right? And I just found her and put her in an old frame. But what I love is she's got the crown. I don't want you to see any glare. And her jewelry, literally, if you saw the whole photo, looks like mine. It looks like double cap big beads, rosary beads, and then it's got a huge silver cross at the bottom. So anyways, I flipped for this. I framed it. I'm going to make a couple of these for my shows to sell. I have another one framed for a friend if she wants it. But that's going to be my new business card. And I got them in the mail, and they're beautiful. And it's the whole view of her, and she's holding jewelry that looks like my jewelry. So that was a find. Okay. Going on to making collectibles. This is another little thing I made that I adore. It's just a little crystal vintage, like ring dish, trinket dish, brass, ornate, brass design, etched brass. And then we found this little crucifix standing, probably for a car, old brass piece. Just love it. All beat up, gorgeous, if you can see. And mounted that atop, and it's like the cutest trinket box in the world. So I put her in front of my statue, and it all ties in together, and it's all just gorgeous. And these are going to be the things that I show here now that you're going to see at my shows in abundance and laid out beautifully. And I'm starting to get nervous about it. I started doing these. It's another fluke. I always get my hands on something and start something out of the blue. These are vintage antique perfume bottles that I've collected for my daughter and used to collect myself, but I got rid of my collection. But I had a couple that she's like, I don't need any more. So I'm like, fine, don't worry about it. So I basically adorned them. This one has got a lot of like cutout covering the bottle and like an emerald, faux emerald gemstone. These are really old. These are old pieces from probably like the 40s. And then this one, same thing. It just had nothing atop. So I kind of sanded it down and I added the exact same size brass micro mosaic top. Doesn't look like this has a stopper. This one might. And it's all, again, just got a little like casing around it that's all cut out. And I added the cutout Mary. So these are the most stunning collectible little holy water bottles that I think are just precious. So I'm going to try to start to keep doing these, but as we know from being collectors, these bottles can be very expensive. So when I'm able to pick them up and enhance them so I can sell them for like $60, I think it's an amazing one-of-a-kind gift. And I mean, we'd make a great collection. So these will be there. Does this one have a stopper? I'm not even bothering with it, but these will be there. They're just going on a shelf with all my other tchotchkes. Here's a quick one, how I adorn little pill boxes. I had a little brass ornate pill box, very vintage, and I found the perfect Mary, brass, metal. She's so gorgeous. And this little sweetie, little pill box. So these can even be baby or children's rosary boxes, but it's for whatever you would want it for. But these make amazing gifts. These will be at my show. This is probably one of the smaller pieces, and this will go for like probably $48. It's just a one of a kind. Trying to keep some of the prices under $50, but it's really hard to do when you're just buying, really old pieces, and then you're finding old metals to put it together. This could cost $30 or more on a good day if I've gotten deals. So I'm just going to start at $48. Here, if you guys like it, you can snap it up for that, and that'll probably be my show price. Right under $50. Doing more, crucifixes on compacts. Here's another one that's going to be adorned. I just haven't had the time, but I have a couple of these I bought that are old stock that came from Jean. If all of us know Jean, Found Treasures by Jean, I think. But this is a beautiful black and white, like old lithograph on celluloid. And the brassy color, I think, might look amazing on there. So, of course, I got to do that because I have about 5 of these that I can adorn. And it's fun. It's fun to make this stuff. It really is. Okay, Speaking of adorning, I think I showed you I was starting to make crowns, and I made a couple, and I was really happy with the way they came out. And so I searched down some other random, like kind of really inexpensive just crowns, and I had to beat them up a little bit and make them a darkened patina, but these are just a brassy finish, just a cutout metal, very ornate, very lightweight until I start adorning, because that was like an old piece, a button or something with a sterling rim that has cherubs and brass. Added an old rhinestone necklace, stunning, with the actual gold tone, and just added little pieces to fill in, some pearls up and down and around. And these will be on display at my shows. I don't think I'm going to be able to sell them until I've amassed quite a few, because they make every piece look outstanding and regal. And what I go for is regal. It's always been regal. The back. Oh, the side even has a cherub. I don't even remember putting that there. I might have stuck it there by accident. I don't remember, because I don't have one on the other side. But anywho, make my jewelry look special for the holidays. And this one is another new one that I've reworked. It's a silver gilt. It has a slight gold tone, antique pendant with genuine pearls. This little piece was the drop right there. And it's beautiful. I bought it for myself. I paid quite up for it, and I never wore it because I wanted it as a layering piece, but it was a little too lightweight for all my chunkies. So I added atop that cross, which is sterling, another crucifix, and then another enamel Mary. So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of antique jewelry to make this gorgeous necklace. And it's lightweight, but stunning detail. And just a knockout. I had it on the other day, and this could be gorgeous on, like, obviously long pearl necklace with sterling spacers. But I think for a person that wants, like, a statement necklace, lightweight, if you're always wearing like open necks or something, I think this is a beautiful find and a great one of a kind Madonna and Child. Stuff's falling already. Okay. So price wise on that one would be $160, because this is all sterling, silver gilt, enamel. I mean, even the cross itself, just this piece in here, would be very valuable, especially with the enamel Mary on her. So I'll set that down. I'll show you one more crown really fast. And I'll put something here. I'll put this on it. So I had this up in a short. It's a gold-filled, empty, gold-filled, large, like 3-inch watch case. It's empty inside, so it's basically now a locket. Let me open the back. It's like an empty, now a locket inside. Beautiful. Etched on both sides. Stunning, 3 inches. But I love it, and I wore it, and it's on a gold-filled, beautiful rope chain. This is probably like 30 inches total, but let me just put it on here. So, of course, it was the way it was. I just put the two together, added a watch, like clip there to hang it and let it hang down nice and centered. And I couldn't leave it alone. This is a double cross. This is another one of my absolute favorites. It's a gold-filled crucifix with a really, really old, you can tell by the stones, but they're all in there, rhinestone cross. And now it just looks like treasure box, old, like it belongs to the royal family. That's my vibe. I don't belong from the royal family, but I wish. And voila, one last crown that I made. And this is crazy what I did to this one. This is a crown. This has so many pieces. And sadly, this was an Etruscan necklace. Stop. sending me texts. This was an Etruscan necklace that I bought from a seller. I forget his name right now, but I buy a lot of pieces from him over the months, not like a regular. And he always has quality pieces, and I love Etruscan. I love the vibe, but I paid like over $60 for this. And once I got it, and it's like, again, like a silver gilt. It's not gold filled or sterling or anything, because I had it tested. But I couldn't wear this beautiful necklace at the bottom because it was like, these beads are itchy. They're so ornate. They look Indian. And they were on basically just on a string. So I kind of didn't get what I thought I got, but I still thought, okay, I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to use it. So I used it as the piece on the bottom. It looks very regal. And then a couple of rhinestone necklaces, deco pieces, you know, again, double crosses, rhinestones, and just another one. So I'm kind of taking a break now. They're expensive to make because you're better off just buying an antique crown out in the world. But I put it together because for my show, I'm going to have several of these like side by side, and I've done a video on it, and it really gives it, especially at the holidays, like a really regal look. So I love that. Okay. It's just more of an educational video at this moment. I'll show you a couple of for sale items, fabulous finds. Oh, by the way, there it is on, look how big this is. There it is on there. So this one, I'm going to do this one at $275. It's probably about what I have in it. At my show, I think $295. I won't go any higher, but you're getting an all gold filled antique, stunning locket, and you could just layer this up and up. This girl I found, she's stunning. She is like a beautiful angel woman. And she's got beautiful, I don't know what dirt I just got on myself. She is beautiful. It's probably from the metal dye. She is just beautiful angel woman. Let me get this. With cherubs next to her. This is very old, antique piece. You can see there's gold-filled accents. This is 800 silver, by the way, so you know it's an older piece. And then if you can see, it looks like gold-filled accents and really old marcasites. And this is about 2.5 inches. Stunning. Pin pendant. You can see the cameo in the back, shell cameo. But just, you know, really whimsical, beautiful Art Nouveau, Art Deco vibes with the marcasites. And I have it on a gold-filled chain. It's easy to wear like that, or you could put it on anything of your own or wear it as a pin. And this piece is $160 if you like it. And at my show, I think it'll just be $175. Because it's just rare to find two-toned in such amazing condition. And if you collect cameos, this would be probably one of your best pieces. I know it's one of my best pieces. Okay, let's talk really quickly. I know some of you understand what my Peruzzi and Copini necklaces are and crosses are. I've had this one for a while, sterling with garnet. And I never had a garnet chain or bead to put it on, so I kind of always kept it on a sterling or Peruzzi chain, which if you put a Peruzzi chain on this, the price goes up like $300. So I'm like, you know, I can't have everything on Peruzzi chains because I'm going to have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of these at my show. And my customers, you know, my highest price pieces before this past year were $400. Rarely ever even got to $5 because I wasn't collecting Peruzzi at the time. So here we go. This is a gorgeous double capped real garnet. It's not even a rosary. It's just a necklace. It doesn't even have a closure. Can you see the garnet in there? It matches perfectly. It's stunning. Try this again. There. Peruzzi cross with garnet. This piece, if you know, if you've ever collected them, if you get the gemstones with them, they're much more valuable. Then this cross is about 2.5 inches, stunning together. So even if you have one of your own, this one I'm going to measure. You could just layer them all together. Just layer them up. Like when I do my show, I'm probably going to have on 1, 2, 3, at least 5 of them. 3 charms are on one though, Peruzzi's. So we're at 14, 15. This is 30 inches. 30 beautiful inches of double capped garnets with an 800 silver cross with fleur-de-lis. So I'm going to sell this one at, if you guys like it, before my show. It could be hard, but I'll say 360. And at my show, I'm sure it'll be 4 at least. I've got to get a feel for, you know, what people are willing to pay for them. And if I don't sell them, I don't mind because I collect them. And where am I going to ever be able to find the garnet one again and match it together? This took maybe 7 months to put together because I never had anything that I loved to go with that. Speaking of garnet, I picked this one up. You've probably seen it in the background of a short, but this is going to my show. This is an antique Mexican silver, sterling silver rosary. Now these garnet beads are real garnets and chunky. Like I'm talking heavy. These are very heavy glass beads in garnet, and it has spacers that are filigree. You can see sterling, and then this one is the cross. The cross is a double-sided. Now I thought this was Spanish, but it said Mexican silver, very old, from the late 1800s. It said Mexican silver, so it has the Sacred Heart enamel piece inset on this side. On this side, it has Jesus, looks like on the cross with a Tiffany blue, and then it has a little dangle. This is totally intact. I haven't added anything to it, done anything to it. I paid way up for it. I paid over $200 when I found it. So I'm selling this one for $350 at my show because it's basically part of my collection. And I would love to... Oh, if I could just stop dropping everything. Okay. And these are darker, more like bohemian garnets when you see the color difference of the two. See how much darker? That's more of a bohemian garnet on the Mexican piece. But just stunning collectibles. Treasures that I adore that you're never going to see again. I mean, unless you scour the world. Scour, and see if you can find them. It takes me years to put pieces together. I'll have a piece and it'll take 4 years and I'll go, whoop, perfect. And that's just how it goes down. So working still on so much. Just to give you a quick heads up, I do charm necklaces. These aren't sterling. If there's a sterling one on there, these are all Catholic 4-way crosses. It's probably this one right here. So you're going to get silver tone and sterling. As long as the patinas match, they go together. These aren't famous for these charm necklaces. I mean, they look great on their layering pieces. This is on an antique clear glass rosary. So I blow these out, and this one's going to be $125. At my show, these are like $145. And I used to do them in stores with just layers and layers, and they would be up to $300 if they were doubled, and I would do 2 layers of them. But look how beautiful this necklace is, and what a great gift. So whatever I said, $125. That's a grab it now. It's not even called a buy it now. It's called a grab it now because it'll be gone for the right person if they come along. Here I'll show you. I had 2 of these. They were earrings, stunning chandelier earrings. And it took me forever to figure out how to make it work because it had a swivel piece of top here that just ruined it. It was like where the earring was, but it swiveled. And it served no purpose. So John and I had to get that off very carefully. This is just gold tone, but very heavy. And then the chandelier earring had all these pieces, glass beads with little pearls. So one I think I put on a gold chain. I can't remember. And this one is the last one. And this one is on, I made the bead. So it's every other bead. I had to completely redo it. Is a faux pearl, but very quality. No marks at all. Just pristine. And then clear gold tone rosary beads. So these were both gold tone. And I put them together and just added a gold tone lobster clasp here. I'm going to say 95 here at my show. This one will be 145. Because I have two of them, but the only one that's going to have these beads like this pearl. Oh, I did two. I did one pearl, and then I did two crystal, two pearl, two crystal, two pearl. It's like that every other. And I just think this is gorgeous. It doesn't speak rosary beads. It doesn't speak Madonnas. It just speaks vintage, stunning, antique, one of a kind, Victorian vibes with the cherub. And again, what I said, 95. She's beautiful. And I had her on the other day and I loved it. I can't show you because my neck is full, like it always is. Last thing, one more maybe. I think you've seen the other ones. They're on shorts. This one is my favorite piece in the whole world on the bottom. And I don't wear it a lot because I just have so much. But I made it a two-toned. It was a heraldic piece that didn't have anything in the center. Had it for years. Added the Virgin Mary gold tone. Then I found a rosary that had like a gold tone or gold-filled cross atop with gold tone on the chain in clear rosary beads. So this gives it like a really antique treasure box vibe. And we've got like 3-4 now pieces of antique jewelry. And it's just a superb one of a kind, like layering piece. You'll never see again. You see Mary in there. And the tones all match up. I don't use a gold tone if it doesn't match. So I make sure everything matches perfectly. And this one is a 125er. At my show it'll be 145. And I'd cry. I would cry because I love it. No turquoise, none of that. I've got it, but I'm setting it aside for my show. Doing charm bracelets with vintage charms. So you're going to see these coming up. These are all the guilloche, as the French would say. Charms, St. Christopher. I'm going to do it on all sterling, 4-way sterling cross. These are going to be beautiful. I'll probably do a short of several of my finished charm bracelets that should mostly be either gold-filled or sterling. And it'll say, I don't think I'm going to show these. I'll just show them really quickly. This is a guilloche. It didn't show up well in my short. Antique, very vintage, very old, French enamel Virgin Mary with the roses. It's a metal. So this metal on its own, no lie. Where's my thingy? No, there it is. Could be easily priced at $75 to $80 just on a good day. I'm talking a good price for that centerpiece with the marcasites, the roses, and the enamel blue Virgin Mary. That's a charm that I affix to an antique or very old cutout 3-inch huge sterling locket. I adore this. Adore. This is big. Now I'm wearing a huge locket that I think I'm selling for like $75. This, I paid a ton of money just for this locket, like over $100. It's etched in sterling and heavy, and then I have crosses on it and sterling chain. This is a very expensive piece, but this one, I've never seen anything like it with the sweet little cutouts. Made lovely. It looks like it's been really polished up. And I put it on my own antique paperclip vintage chain, but I had to switch out the bail to lobster because it was broken. But isn't this stunning? I love it. So I'm going to sell this one here at $195. It'll be more at my show. It's all sterling, antique, stunning. You can also, say I would want to wear it shorter. and I can adjust the chain for you because it would be a beautiful statement piece like this one is. It's just when I have paperclip chains, it kills me to cut them down unless somebody requests it. So this is a 24-inch sterling paperclip chain. And a beautiful, like, heavy but not too heavy piece. So we're talking at least like probably almost 35, 40 grams here total. And spectacular, one-of-a-kind creation. You're never going to see again, ever, 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 because it doesn't exist. That's what I love about making these beauties, is you're going to be the only one that has it. Sorry, I have a glare. There you go. Okay. Speaking of, I'm almost done now. I keep finding things. They're hidden under every little corner. I took 3 enamel spacers. They have Lords on them. They're sterling. And I had a big locket on it. I didn't like the look. I did a smaller etched oval vintage locket sterling. And I added another sterling Mary atop. I think she has some marcasites. And it's on glass rosary beads. So I'm sure that these pieces were intact. And then I just added these at the bottom. And this one, I'll do $195 here. And sadly, there's not going to be a lot of markup in these because to buy all this and put it together does cost a lot. It's all sterling and rare enamels. But if anybody likes those 2 here, they'll go up to my shows and they'll definitely be gone because everybody snaps that stuff up that's really rare enamels. I found the most gorgeous metal. I'm trying to figure out what to do with her. Really old. Look at the back. Got a cutout. Now this is the Guadalupe. She was also an apparition. And she's I think the Mexican Madonna they call Guadalupe, and she's got the starburst kind of around her. Look at how old this cutout metal is with all these intact antique marcasites. Stunning, right? Like 1.5 inches. Really old patina. Love it that way. And so I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it. I mean, I'm going to make a necklace out of it. I don't know if I want it on, like sterling and pearl, or if I just want it on a sterling chain. I also have this little darling matching heart that's sterling and marcasites. And I'm like, could I, hang this from the bottom somehow? If there's a will, there's a way. So I'm just working on these. If you like these pieces, you can always reach out 708-217 and say, oh, that's gorgeous. I'd love to see it on, sterling, clear, short rosary beads. I got them. So just let me know. Or just a simple chain. I got them. Or pearls, pearl and silver tone. I got them. Just let me know. And I can customize it for you. And lastly, this is from Florence. I bought it there. It's an antique, rose cut diamond cross. It's 2-tone. It's about 9 karat or 10 karat 2-tone. So it's basically, this is not going to show great. I'll put it in a short. It's basically 2.5 inches. These are all antique rose cut diamonds. How do I get you a better view of it? Over here. I'll do a short on it, but it's really hard to zoom into rose cuts because they're like the duller diamonds. But I loved this cross. I wanted to buy myself a real deal cross in Florence. I went to the Ponte Vecchio, which is the bridge with all the jewelers, and like no antiques on the whole thing. Like that's where Peruzzi and Copini Brothers, one of those companies, the artisans, used to have their silversmith place. But this one, it just needs a nice cleaning. And I know it's 9 or 10K. I think it's 10K. 9 or 10K, and then this chain is 14K rope. Stunning. But if you can see, the top is etched in bright gold, and it does pick it up. And the bail came with it. So this color gold is wrapped around. And then these diamonds are set, these rose cut old diamonds are set in a white gold. And it's the most gorgeous classic antique diamond cross. I mean, I'm telling you, it comes from Italy. I brought it back from Florence. I'd be happy to sell it if somebody wants to purchase this on a 14 karat gold chain. I'd be selling this one for $5.95. So just let me know. This is a steal. I think I paid $300 for the cross. So this would kind of maybe be a wash. But I'm just putting it out there because I'm going to have fine gold at my shows. But when I get into fine gold, I try to stick with antique pieces or estate pieces. I'm not really buying new. This is still a vintage chain with a, you know, an older clasp that came from Italy. But this chain is 14K and it looks great with that. I'll do a short and you'll maybe get a better view. I think that's it. I think I have a mess and I showed you guys everything and I rambled on with lots of stories again. And if you have any questions, you can text me or reach out and let me know. There's plenty of good stuff here. I can't show it all. You know, another gorgeous one that'll be on long or short beads. I don't think I'll be doing shorts on many more because I need them for my show. So I want to keep you guys, your appetite whet a little bit still who are collecting my pieces before I lose a lot of it right before Christmas. My shows are in all of November and then I'll be selling again hopefully here in December, but it'll be a lot of what you've already seen, probably not, you know, rebuying that much before the holidays because then my season's over. And last Christmas I just got on here. I just started selling a few pieces here and there and it's different now. I have more buyers and customers that I'm so excited about. So that's my story. Nice talking to you and yapping on. Again, gorgeous piece. They're everywhere here. Rewatch the video. Stop it, snap it, take a picture if you have any questions or would like to inquire about it. 708-217-1600. Bye now.